just put it up here so I could kind of see how my tree was gonna lay out. I'm not even 100% sure if I'm gonna use that or not. But the idea is I'm gonna paint a little bit of a background because this canvas does have a couple of icky spots. So I'm gonna paint a little bit of a background and we are gonna scribble on a tree. We're literally going to use our black Posca pen and we are going to scribble on a tree. Now we may take a little bit of green paint and just add some splotches of paint here and there. I haven't decided yet. We're gonna just play it by ear as we go. You go, girl. Go, Christina. So, this star was gifted to me by somebody who obviously has a kiln. It is literally just 5 triangles, and it looks like they put it in a kiln and melded it together. But you could totally just cut 5 triangles and just set them together and just put that resin on them, and it will work just fine. But there are other options. Yes, Mary Beth, thank you so much. I have been through the mill, haven't I? So I wanted to show you something else too. So that's it, Kathy. I'm sorry. My brain don't work that well anymore. Here's other options you can use for a star. Obviously, you can use whatever you have on hand for your star. But I had one of these votives that I use. It wasn't this one exactly because this one was red. But it had, one of the votives had this star hanging off of it with this little ropey thing. Hey, Pams. And so you could use something like this, just a little wood star, and just paint it gold or something and put it at the top. You could use some of the metal stars that we had. I think some people got metal stars in their mystery boxes. So if you got a mystery box, you may have gotten a star in that. So they have smaller versions of these little stars at Hobby Lobby. So just find something in your stash. You go, Peggy. Find something in your stash that works, or you could just literally paint that sucker on. Just get some gold paint and paint it up. So, yes, make a resin star in a mold. Very good. Think outside the box, y'all. Oh yeah, hot glue, that's exactly right. That would be wonderful as well. So I love it when you guys think outside the box. So I am trying to decide if I'm gonna use this star or if I'm gonna use a wooden star, or I may even use I have a smaller version of this somewhere, I gotta find it. But here were my glass options. Thank you, Patty. Here were my glass options. Thank you, Donna. I'm glad you enjoyed it. My glass options are as follows. So we're going to scribble on our tree. Hey, Pammy. How are you, love bug? We're going to scribble on our tree much like this. And then we're going to add glass. All right? Super, super simple. We may or may not add paint. We're going to play it by ear. So here are my options. We can use, I actually spray painted, thank you, Becky, spray painted this green glass myself. So it's kind of that limey green. So what I did was take a bag of Starfire and just use spray paint to tint my glass. So you can see it's kind of a lime grinchy green. I hope you guys have been paying attention to all the people who are getting in trouble for painting Grinches and not getting yourself in a pinch. So that is spray painted. A green. I also have green seed beads. All right, so this is an option. And here's a completely outside the box option as well. Look at these beads. Can you see these? Let me see. It's just spray paint, Melinda, and I couldn't tell you what color it was because I painted that glass probably 6 months ago. Just find a color you like and paint it that color. Here is another option. We could just skip green altogether and do this tree in all these candy colors. Look how pretty that is. So we are going to just kind of figure out what we want to do. And can y'all see that? Can y'all see this really nicely? Mine looks blurry for some reason. Hey, Mary. Can y'all see that? Thumbs up, yes? Because it looks kind of blurry to me. I'm going to get a little closer and hold still. So these are our options. We can either stick with our green. Oh, good. I'm glad. We can stick with green, or we can go really crazy colorful. So I will kind of pay attention. Thank you, Christine. I'll kind of pay attention and see. I see candy colors. Oh, we're spilling everywhere. Good. I don't know why it's fuzzy on my iPad. My iPad may just be dirty. Or maybe it's my glasses, Julie. Maybe my glasses are gross. Let's see. Oh, yeah, those are gross too, but... Oh, my goodness. Hey, Damon. Damon's in the house, y'all. Everybody say hello to Damon. I was just talking about you today, Damon. Were your ears burning? I was talking about how much you have taught me over the years. I hope your ears just burnt right off. So I'm seeing a lot of candy colors, just a few little greens. So let's do this. I'm going to go ahead and just put a little bit of paint on my canvas. And I think I'm just going to use this metallic. Yeah, you don't have candy colors, do you? You don't see, now I'm all mixed up. Metallic pearl, metallic white, whatever color you want to use on your canvas. I just need to put some paint on here because my canvas is kind of icky. So I'm just going to squirt out a little bit of this pearl, and we're just going to cover it. We're just going to smear it on and get this covered up while we decide about colors or green. Catherine says green. Green. I'm seeing more greens and less colors now. So I've got too much as usual. Go green, girl. You know what? I think we're going to go green, and maybe, ugh, that's gross. Maybe we'll do something with the colors next time. We'll do both. We'll do something with the colors, and we'll go green since it's kind of like general, and I know you guys can get your hands on some green. So let's do this. I have no idea. I think, Pam, somebody gifted me these. That's why they're in like a Ziploc bag. Somebody sent these, and they are plastic. They're like, let me see. Yeah, they're kind of frosty looking and plastic. So I'm pretty sure somebody gifted those to me, and some of y'all might have some in your mystery box because I got a huge bag full. And, but I think we're going to stick with green, and we will do something with the other ones maybe over the weekend, because I'm going to try to get you guys a couple more little Christmas things going before Christmas. So we'll make sure to do something with those. Now, I did this with metallic, so to keep my paint from looking splotchy, after I got it on, I'm just going to pull my metallic paint in one direction. Doesn't matter what direction it is, but you want to flatten it out in one direction, and that keeps it from being splotchy. So we got a nice cover on our canvas now. So we had, over the Black Friday sale, we had mystery boxes, which were filled with just random things left over from the year. Just little goodies. I'm going to draw this while I talk. Just little goodies from a bunch of lives from all of last year or this past year. And we sold those over Black Friday. And we sold so many. We may have to make that a thing every 6 months or so. And that way we don't have just a bunch of supplies laying around. Hey, Annette. Hey, Maureen. We gonna make a cute, super simple Christmas tree. So we want to get this metallic white. I'm gonna stop because I just decided on something. Let me grab a plate because I think I want to add a little color. I'm gonna add a little color. All right, sorry. Told you I'm flying by the seat of my pants today. I'm gonna put a little bit of that same pearl. Now this is Hobby Lobby brand, but it is discontinued. Any metallic pearl, okay? Any metallic white, any pearl color. Honestly, any color that makes your heart happy. Hey, Susan. So now I'm gonna add to my plate a little bit of this metallic green. It's a really pretty Christmas green, and it is literally called, thank you, Robbie, I'm glad you did. It's literally called Festive Green. Love it. Let's add a little bit of that. Look how pretty that is. And look how cool that is gonna look with that green. Oh, don't do it. That's what I said about the Grinch. Do not do it. They are in full force right now. They're in full force right now, slamming people and suing people for painting Grinches. Painting Grinches, painting Disney characters, painting just copyright images. So just don't do it. Do not do it. It is not... anything that's copyrighted or trademarked is not yours to paint. And if you do it, they're going to find you. No matter, I don't care if there are 17 other people that you see on Facebook painting that stuff, don't do it. Okay? Because some lady who is broke as all get out, and made some mugs or something. I think Damon actually is the one who posted this, that where I saw it. She painted some mugs that were like a country artist, or not painted, but she created some mugs. And they sued her for $250,000. So just don't do it, okay? It's not worth it. It's not worth the risk. And everybody thinks, nobody cares about little old me. I'm not going to get caught. And they are in full force right now. So just don't do it. Just don't. All right? So I've been preaching that forever. Some people don't like to listen, and that's fine. That's fine if you want to do it anyway. But you just know, little Debbie's all over the place too for those Christmas trees. Yes, they are, Cindy. You can paint one for yourself, but I wouldn't post it on the interweb. I would not post it on the interweb. I'm just saying. All right, I'm going to take some of this pearl, and I'm just going to go into my green a little as well, and just put both on the same brush. Whoa, y'all, that was too much. Let's go back into that pearl. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That might have been excessive. More pearl. See that? You know how I always paint white first and then put my color on top? This is why. Because that color initially, yeah, I saw that, Bianca, but it's still a lesson. You know, it's still a lesson because he hired people to watch for that stuff. And, you know, it's still a lesson. Because let me just promise you this. Luke Combs is a nice dude. Disney, they are not going to feel sorry for you. The Grinch people, they are not going to pity you. They are going to sue the pants off you and smile while they're doing it. So just be smart. Don't do it. Just don't do it. I'm telling you. All right, so I mixed up my pearl and my green. I need a little more pearl just to add a little bit more down here. Just wanted a little bit of color since we were going to do green. Want to add a little bit of that metallic green into our background. So now let's get this dry. Yeah, it's just not smart no matter what. No matter if you think you can get away with it. No matter if everybody on Etsy is selling images of this or images of that. They are not legit. You have to have the copyright or you have to have the permission. Don't that look good in that? So just don't do it. These people don't play around. It's not worth it. Not worth it. Let's get this dry. Yeah, people ask me all the time to paint Grinchy stuff, and I've seen other artists do Grinch stuff, and I'm just like, ooh, Lord have mercy. It's just a matter of time, y'all. It's just a matter of time before they get guns. And they really go hard during the holidays because that's when the Grinch becomes like so popular. That's funny, Mary. That's when these images are so popular, for gift giving and stuff. And that's when they literally hire people to go on social media and find it. Yeah. And I don't know if you've noticed, but if you post something like that on my page, I delete it. Well, Joanne, that's not necessarily true because if you want to paint it for yourself, and don't post it, I wouldn't post it on the interweb. I just wouldn't do it. If I were you, if you're unsure about whether you should or shouldn't, I would go and read the copyright rules on things like that because, is that what it is, Rennie? Because, people, for the most part, people think, well, if I just paint it for myself, it's fine. But I think duplicating the image is against their copyright no matter what. I could be wrong, but I just don't touch it. Okay? Just don't touch it. 6 by 12 is our canvas size. And since we're doing green, I think I want to do my clear star. So I'm going to kind of place it where I think I want it to be. Isn't that cute? And this is made of glass. I saw that too, Laura, and I hope that that's untrue as well because she's going to get herself in trouble. Yeah, it's an issue. Oh yeah, I've actually posted reels and used like the selections that Facebook gives you for your reels, because they have, if you've ever posted a reel, they'll say, here, add music, and they have a whole list. And I've added it, and then they'll say, oh, that's trademarked or a copyright, blah, 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 you can't use it. I'm like, well, get it off the page then. Because there are some that will let you. Okay, so I think I'm going to use my star, and here's the deal. I had actually considered like using a pencil and kind of sketching out the shape. Let me scooch this over. The shape I wanted my tree to go. And yeah, and she is very lucky because anybody else may not have done that, including Disney, Grinch people, all those people. They don't play. So I thought about like sketching out and just doing it with my pencil, but then I thought, you know what? I am just going to go for the gusto. Okay. I am just going to use my Posca and I am just going to pray that I do it well, and we'll add glass. If I have any boo-boos, we'll add some glass over the top of the boo-boo and hope it doesn't show. So I'm just going to start I'm going to make one little mark right there on my canvas where I want to start. That way I can move that. And I'm going to start, and I am just going to start swirling, and I'm going to get bigger and bigger and bigger as I go. Okay, so I'm going to try to kind of figure out where I'm going to put a tiny little mark. You know what I'm going to do? I just thought of something genius. I don't want my tree to be odd shaped. I don't want to start swirling down to here and then get too big and then it looks like a box. Okay, so I want it to be triangle shaped. So I want to start small, medium, large. So here's what I'm going to do to keep myself on track. Thank you, Valerie. I'm going to use tape. Watch this. So I'm going to use tape. I'm going to find my little dot right in the middle. I'm going to line it up. And I'm gonna line it up with the corner of my canvas at the bottom. Boom. And now I can keep my tree within the tape. Yes, that would be super cool. And I've actually thought about doing that. And maybe I will someday. I actually have literally thought about doing that. Okay, so where's my dot? There she blows. So here is where we need to stay. Okay, so I'm gonna come down and I'm gonna just start small, and we're just gonna try to keep it all within that triangle. That way it's shaped correctly, right? Hopefully that'll work out and won't look weird. All right, I'm gonna keep these up in case I decide I wanna go crazy outside the lines. All right, so I'm gonna take my Posca pen, let's shake it up, make sure it's got some good bleed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I'm gonna practice for 1 second. So I'm gonna start small and I'm just gonna get bigger. Okay, I think I'm good. I'm gonna start small. I'm nervous, y'all, can you tell? I'm super nervous that I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna start small. I'm gonna come straight down with my pen, wiggle a little, and then I'm gonna just start. And then I'm gonna make a trunk. Voila. I'm gonna pull this off, and we're gonna add a few more scribbles to it. There's our tree. Look at that. I'm gonna hit this with my blow dryer just to make sure the ink is dry, and we're gonna add a few more little thingies. So our star will go right at the top, so pretty. All right, so now I'm gonna use my smaller Posca. This one is a regular Posca. It's got the fatter tip on it. And this one, I know I could breathe, right? I was so nervous. This one is an ultra fine, so it's got a much smaller tip. And I'm just gonna repeat what I did. It is a black Posca. I'm just gonna repeat what I did over the top and just give it a little extra oomph, okay? And I'm gonna start down here where I started my wiggles. So let me go up like this. I'm just gonna add. Y'all hear that scratchiness? Just add, and you can come in and add more. And just give it some interest. I'm digging that. That's super cool. All right, so I was thinking about adding some green paint to it as well, but I think I'm not gonna do that. I think we're gonna go straight to glass. And this is the glass I'm gonna use. Now guys, listen up. This is glass, I'm gonna pour it out on here. This is glass that I tinted. If I can find the color that I use, give me 5 seconds to open my cabinet and see if I have the color in my cabinets. It's a green, and it is, there's no green in, oh what, wait a minute. Wait a minute, this. Oh look, it may be this. Look, it may be this. Let me test it. I don't know for sure if this is what it is. This is called Gloss Jungle Green. Let me test this after we're done with our live. And if it is the Jungle Green, I will post and let you know. How's that? I don't want to mislead and you know, tell you the wrong thing, okay? So I am just going to add some glass. Random. I'm not gonna cover the whole piece. Not even going, let's stick this up here so we kind of have an idea. I'm gonna add a few little nuggets at the top. And I'm just gonna add a little bit here, a little bit there. Whoops, that's too much. and leave some open. We might add a little Starfire in the middle. So this was Starfire. This green was Starfire, and I tinted it with spray paint, okay? So I'll figure out what I did there and let you know. I think, let me grab a little bit of Starfire and fill it in. So this is what the green started as, which is Starfire, and it's crystal clear. All right, and I'm just gonna get a handful, not much, because I want my black to show through. Just a little here and there. And after, get off me. After we resin, we may add a few seed beads here and there. All right, so just a little bit of green, and you could use the green reflective in the store, and a little bit of clear, and then we'll add some fun to it after we do our resin. Let me put this back in the bag because y'all know I will be making a mess. So yeah, the star was gifted to me by someone who fuses glass, but you could totally make your own. I showed a couple of options. Let me see. You can find all kinds of star things at Hobby Lobby or Michael's. This was on a little vase, so it's just a little wooden star. You could totally use a gold Posca pen and paint or Posca draw on a little star. You could paint a little wooden star gold. They have these stars at Hobby Lobby. This is a big one, but they have them in small sizes as well. So think outside the box and add a star that, something you may already have at home. All right, so now we're gonna resin, y'all. That was so easy. It was 2 colors of paint, a Posca pen, or 2 Posca pens, and I have a microwave one as well, and I have never used it. What does that tell you? What does that tell you? I am a gadget lover, and I buy gadgets, and then I don't use them. How's that? Thank you, Lucy. I'm so glad. Okay, so let's get our resin. And I think I'm thinking 1 ounce. I think 1 ounce is plenty. So we're gonna do a half and a half. I'm gonna mark my cup at the 1/2 ounce and the 1 ounce. And I'm gonna get some gloves on. Thank you, Catherine. And we still have these we can add too, and I have some clear ones as well. So let me grab my gloves, and we'll mix up our resin, and we'll chat some more while I stir. Yes. All right, let me pull my sleeves up. Hopefully I won't spill on my britches either. I got on new pants today. Y'all have had to go buy new pants because all my pants are too big now, which I'm happy about, but not happy about having to buy new ones. But Steve told me the other day I had on an old pair of shorts, and he told me it looked like a whole family had moved out of my britches. So I said, well, maybe it's time to buy new britches. So let's go ahead and add the art resin to our cup. So we're gonna use the hardener and the resin. We're gonna use a 1/2 ounce of hardener. Girl, it's been a long road. I've been working on that since March. I've been starving myself. I hadn't really been starving myself. I've been not drinking as much red coffee and trying to lay off the sugar, which I am a sugaraholic, and carby stuff. I've been eating a lot of veggies, a lot of protein, a lot of good protein, and it's taken a long time to get it off. But I figured at 60, if I don't get it off now, it ain't never coming off, right? Right? Okay, so we have a 1/2 ounce of hardener. Now I'm gonna add a 1/2 ounce of resin into my cup. And when it gets close, make sure you stop because we don't want to over pour. All right, let me grab a stir stick. Get it on my new britches. I'm going to scooch this up a little. And we are going to start. Okay, so no sugar, no flour works for me. Yeah, it's hard to do that, and you really have to be dedicated. And I was like, look, I've got to do something, because the older I get, the harder it's going to be. And yay, Joan's lost some weight too. Yes, you can do that. That's what I do. Normally, I have 16-ounce bottles that I refill out of my gallons. So, yeah. Wendy says she's been on the keto diet since July and has lost 33 pounds. Jonica gave up soda. I can't wait to see you next month, Jonica. Oh, Jonica, I'm not going to see you next month, am I? Am I seeing you next month? Oh, red coffee is wine. I've actually lost 37 pounds. My goal is about 5 more pounds. I keep fluctuating. I haven't lost any weight in like 3 weeks. I've been losing an average of about 2 pounds a week. And for the last 3, 4, 5 weeks, I haven't lost any, and it's starting to kind of make me mad. That's right, Maria, I did. I changed my sugar intake. Oh my goodness, I went off gabapentin. What is gabapentin? Does that like make you hold weight? Yes, Jan, I hear you, girl. That's when I started, was in March too. So look at all of us. Look at all of us getting skinny. Katie, we not that young. We a bunch of old folks too. We a bunch of old folks too. Oh my goodness. Gabapentin is terrible. I don't even know what it is, y'all. I'm terrible about medicines too. I think I got my mom's genetics, because she is so healthy. She's 84 years old and she does not take anything. She only just recently had to go on blood pressure medicine. But she has never taken any prescriptions her whole life. So I think that's crazy. Somebody lost a bunch of weight, 110 pounds. Brenda, you go, girl. So who said I eat a truckload of sugar? Judy. Girl, I could eat a truckload. I could eat a truckload of sugar too. That's why I had to give up the sugar. I'm a sugar addict. I could open a box of cookies and I will go back and forth to the pantry and eat one every 10 minutes till they're gone. And then be shocked that all the cookies were gone. Yeah. Eat nothing but eggs for 3 days. Girl, that ain't the only thing it would kickstart. Me and eggs? I don't know what it is, and tell me, this is probably TMI, so shut your ears off. When I eat eggs, I have to go straight to the bathroom. What is it about eggs? Does anybody else have that problem? Kathy's got some more weight to lose. Oh, Maureen, I'm on board with that. I'd rather give up the food and have more red coffee too. Now, I didn't give it up completely, but I have dialed it back big time. 15 pounds, you go, girl. Slow is best. Slow is best. Candy's lost 95 pounds. Oh my goodness. Catherine said time, and she's probably told me 16 times, and I've just been ignoring it. So I got you, Catherine. Oh, I tell you what I did give up to, and I didn't give it up 100%, but I was drinking probably 4 to 6 Diet Cokes a day. And I will because it's really hard for me to tell myself you can never have that again. So I allow myself to have 1 Diet Coke a day now. And a lot of times I don't even have that. You do not, Maureen. I've seen you. You do not. I'll allow myself to have one a day, and sometimes I'll have that one, and sometimes I'll open one and not drink it, and sometimes, you know, I'll drink half of it. So Diana, you mix, you put it in your cup, the sugar. Diet Coke is terrible. I know that. I'm an addict. You put the resin and the hardener in your cup, and you stir it for 3 minutes, okay? So you want to scrape the sides, scrape the bottom, and gently stir for 3 minutes. I have not given up my sweet tea. Can't give up everything, right? Okay, so, yeah, Wendy, it's hard to give up the Diet Cokes. Steve is on the struggle bus with that as well. He loves himself a Diet Coke, and he is not doing as well as me. But I feel like once I just stopped doing it and started trying to drink more water, I'm going to move this till we get our resin on. Started trying to drink more water and more tea. I kind of lost the taste. Now, every once in a while, I'll be like, I'm having a Diet Coke. I don't care what. But for the most part, I can open one, and then after a few drinks, I don't even really want it anymore. So it's probably psychological. But so I'm not telling myself I cannot have it, but I am definitely saying, look, if you're going to have one, you're going to have one. You're not going to have 10, right? Yeah, I keep telling Steve that, Geneva. I keep trying to tell him because he has a lot of knee pain and hip pain. You know, that's one of the reasons why he got off the trail. He was having a lot of pain. And I keep telling him because that man can go through a 12-pack in 10 minutes. Sorry, Steve. Love you. Mean it. Mean it, boo. But you know you bad. You know you bad. So I'm drizzling this over my glass. And, oh, here he comes in now. I'm glad we got that talk over with so we can stop talking about it now. Y'all don't tell him we was talking about him behind his back. Hi, darling. Hey, honey. Y'all don't tell. All right, so I'm drizzling over my glass to make sure my glass is fully covered. And when you tint your own glass, like with the spray paint, it will kind of look a little cloudy. But once you drizzle the resin over it, it becomes really super shiny again. Everybody's saying, hey, Steve. Isn't that crazy, Brenda? Hey. So, yeah, we're bad. I think we all, for the most part, just eat something that's terribly unhealthy. And I'm just trying to live longer. You know, I'm starting to see the end of the days, right? At 60, almost 61, I'm like, okay, those days where I'm living carefree are behind me. I'm going to have to be a little more careful, especially since I have a grandbaby coming, right? All right, I'm going to drizzle a little bit of this up here where my star is going to go so that I have resin under my star and place it. And then we'll drizzle some on top, just to make sure we have it covered and it's not going anywhere. Now I'm going to take the rest of my resin and I'm going to just drizzle it around my tree. Let me put some at the bottom and here, and then I'm just going to turn my cup upside down right there and let it run. I'm going to use my hands. It's just faster, and I just feel like I'm doing it better if I use my hands. So I'm going to take the resin, and I'm just going to use my hands to pull that resin away from the edge of the glass to the edge of the canvas. We'll dab our finger in that. Make sure it's all nice and covered. Y'all, this is so cute and simple. This is the most simple tree ever. Is it not adorable? It's just scribbles, just some little scribbles. These would be so cute on ornaments, guys. Take one of your little round ornaments, your little wooden ones. You could paint it or even just, you know, do a little crackle or something. Use your Posca and scribble on a tree. And let me see if that'll do it. Scribble on a tree and then add your glass. Super simple. Because you don't need to fill it all in because you want it to be kind of random and, you know, not perfect. So just kind of add your glass and you make sure there's resin on top. That was perfect. 1 ounce on the 6x12. Let's see what we got here. Oh, I hear you, Judy. I hear you. Is there not one in Hernando? Weight Watchers doesn't work for me. I have to give up the sugar. All right, so super cute. Let's take these gloves off and we are going... Yes, Kathy, you can go to artresin.com. If you're wondering what you can or can't put resin on, you can go to artresin.com and they will tell you everything that you can and can't put it on. All right? So let me heat this up and pop my bubbles. I see a little bit of debris we're going to pick out. This will be so cute on ornaments. Whoever makes ornaments, you have to show me. All right, hang on. I got a little, where'd it go? Right here. A little something here. A little something here. I'm trying to look before I go crazy. I don't see any more. All right, let's do it again. Yeah, don't even try during Christmas, y'all. It's too hard. It's too hard. Just eat what you want and start in January. All right, check this out. This is so simple and so cute. Just paint your background. Use your Posca pen to scribble on your tree. And you could do as much or as little glass as you want. You could do like splotches of glass. You could add some seed beads. Speaking of which, I've got just a tiny amount of the crystal luster seed beads. We're just going to add some of those around our canvas. Uh-oh, hang on. I see another little spot. Just add a few here and there to our canvas. Boom. And you could also add like other seed beads if you wanted. I'm trying to see what else I have over here. I have a little bit of gold. What do you think? Should we add a tiny bit of gold? Let's put a little in our hand. And, oh my goodness, yes, let's add them to the tree itself. I'm just gonna get a few. Oh yeah, gives it that little extra pop. A little pop of color. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna show this to you guys up close and personal in just 2 seconds. But this gold did it. Holy moly. Look at that. Just the tiniest amount of gold too. So I am gonna show you this close up. So I'm gonna turn it sideways so I can get really close so you can see the gold, and then we'll turn it the right way. So look at that cute star. Think outside the box. You can cut triangles and make your own star, or you can just find a star that you love at, oh, I already used it all. Find a star that you love at Hobby Lobby or Michael's or something from your own home. It doesn't even have to be a star. But look, can you see the gold in the Christmas tree? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it looks so good. Just that little pop of gold. Let me see if we can turn the camera, not the canvas. Let's turn the camera up. I don't want to knock over the whole tripod. Oh, hang on. Let's see. There we go. Hey, y'all. So let's see if I can show it to you this way. Like to do this. So now you can really see that gold. Let's turn it down just a little. See that gold in there? That really, look at the star. That really makes all the difference. Just that little teeny, just like a half a teaspoon of gold on that tree. So cute and so simple.